I forgot to record. Okay, this one. Oh, I guess we change our topic. Okay, we change our topic. It's a bit like,
Yeah.
it's easy for you, I guess. Okay. So I don't need to share my screen to you because this is just a speaking test. Okay, so now I want you to um tell me something about your home or accommodation. Okay? So what kind of housing or accommodation do you live in?
Well, I'm currently living in an apartment. It's quite small with only about 11 levels,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the front row too, and so it's quite easy for me to travel. For yes, that's all about my home.
Okay. So, and who do you live with? So your mom and your sister, right? So only
Yes.
you, your mom and your sister. Okay, that's so nice. And how long have you lived there in your house or the house that you live now? How long?
Well, only been living here for like 2 years because I only moved here.
Ah, okay. So you just moved there.
Yes.
And what's the difference between where you are living now and where you have lived in the past?
In the past, I was living in. How do I say? I just live in a village near this.
Okay. In a village. So,
Yes.
all right. So is it a big village or just a small one?
Mm, it's quite big and noisy to say the least.
Okay, it's a little bit noisy.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any plan to live there for a long time? Do you want to go back there?
Well, I was my initial plan was to study abroad, so I think I will live abroad, and my
Mm-hmm.
mom will move to another place soon. So
Wow. So your mom is planning for you to go abroad. In which
yes.
country?
Mm, maybe it's Japan or Taiwan.
That's great. So why do you choose that country like Japan or Taiwan?
Well, because the technology field in
Mm-hmm.
those countries are really good, and so I suppose that if I study there, I could gain some knowledge and experience for my future career.
Oh, so I guess when you say Japan, of course, it is a very industrialized country, right? So do you think Japan, you can have a lot of opportunities there, like choosing businesses or choosing jobs? What do you think in Japan? Are there many opportunities there in choosing your jobs?
Well, I think Japan is a really difficult country, so there will be many job opportunities for me to choose.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. And especially, I guess Japan, the foods there are very expensive. Do you agree with that? Like the accommodation, the foods are really expensive. Do you agree?
Well, mm, my sister is living there, so I suppose is really
Mm-hmm.
the price is exorbitant.
Ah, which city in Japan she live in now?
She's living in Nagoya.
Naoya. Okay. Is
Yes.
it is it near in Tokyo
Mm,
or far? I guess Tokyo City
Is
is the capital.
yeah.
So
I
is
think
it near
Nagoya.
there?
I think Nagoya is
Mm-hmm.
side of Tokyo, next to
Ah,
Tokyo.
okay. Ah, it's next to Tokyo. Wow, so you want
Yes.
to move there with your sister. What about Taiwan? Do you think Taiwan is like Japan? Like you can also grab many opportunities there?
Mm, I think Taiwan is just like Japan, but less developed.
Uh-huh. Okay. You know what? A lot of Filipino workers, like my because I am from the Philippines, so my countrymen, there's a lot of Filipino workers in Taiwan, like they are working in a factory as a factory worker or a machine operator. And they told me that the salary there is so high, even if you're just a factory worker. Yes. So I guess, Taiwan is really an industrialized country. So you can just, choose many kinds of jobs there as long as you are very hardworking. Okay,
Yes.
that is so true. All right, so thank you so much for the information that you want to go abroad. And for you, how many years from now that you want to go there?
Maybe next year.
Next year? Wow, so
Yes.
you're gonna study there. You
Yes.
want to study there?
Yes.
Wow, good job. Congratulations in advance. Or
Yeah. Thank you.
maybe you can take also some scholarships in Japan or Taiwan because I guess they already offer scholarship programs like foreigners and tourists. And I guess you are qualified because you have the potential. Why not try? There's no harm on trying, right? You need to be positive. I guess you can get it, you can grab it.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. So now let's talk about which room does your family spend most of the time in? What do you think?
Well, I would say it's my bedroom.
In your bedroom. Why did you choose your bedroom? Why not in your living room or in your, in the dining room?
I live. It's my bedroom is quite tiny.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you are very comfortable enough when you are in your bedroom, right?
Yes.
Because of course you have the privacy. You can do anything what you want because you're alone, so no, nobody can disturb you.
Yes.
Okay. So, are the transport facilities to your home very good? What do you think?
I would say it's decent
Uh-huh, it's decent. So why do you think so?
because it functions quite good as another morning and evening. But when it's come to rush hour, it's just really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Every time during rush hour, there's a heavy traffic there and or a traffic jam, so it can really makes you stress or stressful, especially if you're getting late already. For the
Yes.
students and for the employees. So this is one of the biggest challenges when we are facing that traffic, a heavy traffic in a country. Okay, so which do you prefer to live, in a house or a flat?
I would say both have some benefits. Like in apartment, I can see the scenery of the road and all the buildings, but
Okay.
it's quite difficult to get between levels. And of course, their basement to like store my bicycles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe there are many advantages if you are living in a house than in a flat, right? Because in a
Yeah.
house, I think it's much convenient than in a flat. Okay, because there's a scenery like what you have said, like the view, the window, like that. Okay, so can you please describe the room you live in? Just describe a little information.
Well, my room is quite, quite small and has really least furniture
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
like such as just my computers and just some wardrobes and a bed.
Okay. So do you think how many persons can fit in your bed? if ever you have visitor, your cousins, relatives. So do you think how many people or persons can fit in your bed?
Mm, thinking maybe two.
Two. Okay. So maybe two people can fit. Okay. Thank you so much. Do you always clean your room?
Well, of course not. I'm really lazy.
Okay. Or maybe thrice a week, right? Or twice a week. It's enough. As long as your
Yeah.
room is not messy, as long as you arrange your things there, especially inside in your wardrobe. Okay, so
Yes.
what part of your home do you like most?
Mm, well, it's kind of hard to say, but I would say it's my bedroom.
Okay. Why do you say that your bedroom is one of your most favorite part of your home?
Well, because the other part is just kind of boring. Like I'm living in a
Uh-huh.
apartment where it only has two bedrooms and a living room,
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you
kitchen.
okay. So you are renting an apartment. So now
Yes,
let me ask you how many floors in your apartment there?
floors about 11.
11 floor? Oh. And which floor do you live in?
I mean the sixth one.
Ah, so you are in the sixth floor. So if you
Yes.
will go out from your apartment, so you is it necessary for you to go downstairs like or you just use lift or elevator? Is there an elevator in your apartment or just stairs?
Yeah, I use elevator.
Okay, of course. Because can you imagine that well, like you're in the sixth floor and then you need to get out from your house. You go somewhere in the market and then if you are just using through stairs, so it's really makes you
Yeah.
tired, especially on your legs.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So when you go out in your apartment, do you always go out like buying some foods or twice a week?
Wow. Can you repeat it?
Mm-hmm. So for example, your food, your drinks, what you are needed in your apartment inside your house. So do you always go out and buy something?
Well, I would say no because my mom do most of the work. I only go out when I have to go to school and extra class.
Ah, okay. So your mom do the housework and do shopping, right? Yes, of course. That
Yes.
is the responsibilities of being a mother. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now let's talk about your study or education. So can you describe to me your education? So what is your education? Is it
Well,
boring or is it exciting or is it challenging for you?
I would say all of them.
Both of them. Why? Can you explain to me why?
Well, because school is depressing, of course, and sometimes it's boring when it comes to my least favorite subjects.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's also fun to talk with my classmates about my favorites and my hobbies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, of course. Sometimes it can makes you bored, it can makes you sad, and it can makes you problematic because many projects to do, many homeworks, but also it is very challenging part of your life. Because without education, we cannot reach our goals in life. Do you believe the saying that education is the key to success? Do you believe that saying?
Mm, I think education is not the only path to lead to success. There are any
Mm-hmm.
other choice too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so yes, of course. So not all education is the key for success because it depends to us on how we handle ourselves and how we gonna face our challenges in life because a lots of graduate students a lots of professionals, they are really finished their degree but they don't have a stable job right now. So it depends on you, it depends to us, right? Because our
Yes.
destiny is in our hands. Life is what
Yes.
we make it. Okay, but
Yes.
if you are applying in a company, so of course, there is a privilege for you, or you are very qualified if you can finish your degree. So one way to be fit in a big company, so you need to finish your degree first. That is one of the wonderful weapon that we can have. Okay, so that's nice. And what is your area of specialization? What do you think about that?
Specialization. Wow,
Yes.
I think it helps us who are strong in a specific field to fully concentrate on their strong and develop that.
Developed. Okay. Okay, so that is your specialization. So I guess the area of specialization is English and math because that is one of your strength subject, right? So when
Yeah.
we say specialization, of course, those subjects that is very comfortable for us, we can really say that, oh, I'm good at this subject. So that is your specialization. So I think math and English is one of your specialization in school. That's good. And also, why do you choose to study English?
Why?
Why do you choose to study English? Because,
Mm,
in our country and your country, we can have our native language, right? You can speak
yes.
Vietnamese, and also we can speak um our because our main language here is Filipino, like Tagalog. Okay, so for you, why do you choose to study English?
Well, because English is a universal language, so it will increase my job opportunities when study abroad.
Of course, this is a universal language because without English, if it doesn't know how to speak English, if it doesn't know how to learn it or understand it, so if we're gonna
Yes.
go there around the world and we can meet English speakers, so we're not confident. We cannot show our confidence in life. So that is
Yes.
better. That's good. Okay. So here, what kind of school did you go to as a child?
Well, child,
Mm-hmm.
just I
During your
just like
childhood years. Okay.
yeah. Or
Okay.
just like any other ordinary children, I just go to um, elementary school.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then,
Yeah, and then to secondary school.
okay. So, what school do you enroll before in your elementary and high school? Is it in a public school or in a private school?
Oh, as a public school.
Oh, yes. Here also, public schools. Because when we say private school, it's much expensive than in public schools, right? What about your country? Is it expensive to enroll in a private school?
Well, I would say it's really expensive. So
Wow.
that's the reason why my mom didn't enroll
Mm-hmm.
me in a private school.
Yes, but that's a bad thing. That's not a bad thing because a lot of students came from a private school, but they're not, they are not just a smart student like you, because a lot of smart people or smart children are, enrolled in public school. Because once you are in a public school, you need to study hard. You need to focus yourselves because it is free. No need for you to pay the tuition fees because it is already paid by the government. So all you need to do is to focus and concentrate your studies so that you can have a high grades. Okay, that's nice. All right, so thank you so much for your answer about that one. And since your favorite subject now in your High school is math and English. What about during your high school days and elementary days? What was your favorite subject?
No, I would say it's still math and English.
Oh, the same?
Yes.
Why the same? Why? Why nothing changed?
Because I just think that those subjects are really interesting and it's really fun to study.
Okay, it's interesting. What about science? Science is interesting subject too. Why do you like science?
We don't have that subject.
Ah, you don't have subject science?
Yes, we don't
What
have it
about
nowhere.
now? I guess since you are now in high school, so it's physics, right? Science is
Yes.
physics now. Oh, so you love physics too?
Well, yes.
Okay. Physics is like a math because there are problem solving there. Okay. What topic of physics that you don't like most?
I think it's about this velocity and acceleration.
Okay, velocity and acceleration, me too. I hate that subject. And of course, like Ohm's law, like that magnetic field, like I hate that
Yes.
lesson. I hate so much. But for about scientists, the life of the scientist, that is one of my favorite lesson in our physics subject, like about Michael Faraday and Marie Curie, like that. That is one of my favorite, especially Isaac Newton. Do you know what is do you know who is Isaac Newton?
Yes.
Okay, so that is one of the famous scientists or one of the physician, okay, in the world of physics. Okay, thank you so much. And now, do you think your country, Vietnam, has an effective education system? What do you think?
The education system in Vietnam.
Yes, do you think your country, Vietnam, has an effective education?
Personally, I would say no. It's horrible
You're so honest. Why do you think so? No.
because it's people they just try to add as many subjects as possible into the curriculum, and I don't see as the point of studying them, and
Mm-hmm.
it's and honestly, it has no practical uses in a real life.
Oh, yes, that is so true. So you are struggle with that. You are struggling with that. Do you think it is
Yes.
very struggling or it is very challenging? Because you have a lot of subject. In a day, how many subjects do you take up?
Mm, I would say I have at least 13 subjects of school, and we study about five every day.
Oh, I see. So how many hours is your lesson?
Mm, it's 10.
10? 10
Yes,
hours? Oh, that's quite long. Because here in our country, we just have 8 hours or 7 hours, like that.
yes.
Okay. So I think that's not bad as long as you need to um think positive. Just be optimistic. Okay. So since
Yeah.
you are still a student, so let's talk about work or working. Okay. So this is one of the exam for the IELTS speaking test. Okay. So let's talk about work. So for you, what are your responsibilities in working in a big company?
Well, and working in a big company, well, like helps you improve your, um, I think your skills in dealing with practical problems, and it's also how you get to exposed to more modern technologies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes, of course, if you are working in a big company, so one of your responsibilities is to become an effective and productive employee, right? So,
Yes.
how can you handle pressure? How can you handle stress if you are currently working now? Just try to imagine yourself like you are working in a big company that that is one of your ambition in life, working in your dream company. So how can you handle stress?
Mm, Well, I would say I just
Mm-hmm.
flow with it. Like the stress is unavoidable when working in a big company. So instead of particularly just like hinder it to grow bigger, so I can pursue a bit of my ambition.
Okay. Yes, of course. You need to do it because it's part of the job as an employee in the company. So do you aiming for a higher position? Do you aiming for
Mm,
that?
yes,
Oh, that's good. Because you know what? Dreaming is not a bad thing as long as you're really working hard, right? Because there's no impossible if you just believe in yourself, just believe in your talents and skills. Okay, so that's good. You need to aim for a higher position because that is what we need in our life. We need to have a stable job, we need to have a higher income. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So now, why did you choose to do that time of work or that job that your ambition is to become? I think one of your ambition is to become a teacher. What's your ambition again?
Uh, to be a game developer.
IT developer, you like that?
Yes.
Oh wow, information technology developer. So why do you choose that?
Well, and, and that's just quite an unique, unique career. So I just think that why don't have it a go? Like
Mm-hmm.
I just really want to try out new things.
Okay, you want to explore new things to discover something new.
Yes,
That's good. Yeah, and I think being an IT developer can really fit in your skills.
yes.
Because when we say IT developer, it's not an easy job. It's a very difficult job, and I think you can do it. Because, math is a very hard subject, but you can do it. So why not in IT developer?
Yes.
Okay. So here, is there any or is there some other kind of work would you rather do beside from being an IT developer someday?
I'm at the moment I have just planned that and have no other intention yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you don't have any other intentions yet. But I guess
Yes.
IT developer is such one of the, demand jobs in the world. And I think having this kind of job, you can have a higher income or high salary. What do you think? What about in Vietnam?
I think in Vietnam then the salary is low.
Low salary, even if you're an
Yes,
IT developer there? Why?
definitely
Mm-hmm.
because it's not a real very popular job in my country because many other prefers to like it.
I see.
Honestly, honestly, I'm not sure about how jobs in Vietnam work because I never experienced it.
Okay.
I I think being a translator is the high salary. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Again, translator is one of the big salary there. Translator, you mean?
yes, yes,
Oh, what do you mean by translator? Meaning to say, if there's a foreigner there, then you're gonna teach them how to, you are the one to translate the language like that?
yes, yes,
Oh, really? Is there a
yes.
job there like being a translator?
Yes,
Wow. So I guess you can fit on that position. Especially Vietnamese people who don't know how to speak English. So you can be a translator because you know how to speak English. So why not for applying that one as a sideline? As a part-time
yes.
job. Do you want a part-time job?
Well, I was planning to become a waiter.
Waiter. Okay, which restaurant?
I think in just a small coffee shop.
Okay. It's good that you have a sideline or part-time job because it can helps your finance. It can helps to add your funds, especially in terms of your school or study. But your mom, what about your mom? Is she okay with that?
Yes.
Are you sure? Okay, yes, of course. Mother knows best, and I guess your mother really supports what you really want in your life. So, for how many hours will you work as a waiter if you want to?
I think just about 2 hours.
Oh, really? Just 2 hours? Oh, and then how much is that?
Eh, well, I haven't do
Mm,
it, so it's hard for me to measure the
okay.
salary.
Because here in our country, when we say part-time job, for example, you are a part-timer job in one of the restaurant or the coffee shop, it's like about 3 to 5 hours or 4 hours, like that. Many students here, they are also working in a fast food chain, like a waiter, waitress, server, like that, or even a cashier in a supermarket. They also having that kind of job as a part-time job while studying at night. Okay, I guess you can do it. Yeah. So you need to just believe in yourself.
Yes.
Okay. So here, let's talk about one of the public place. So I guess you know already what is public place. So this is one of the possible questions in IELTS speaking test. So finding and losing things. So can you tell me what kinds of lost things have you found in a public space? So for example, you're
Well,
going to the mall and then you found something. So what kind of lost things have you found in a public place?
the most valuable thing I found so far is probably money,
Money? Oh, how much is that?
about 2,200,000 Vietnam dong.
Oh, is that quite high?
Yes,
Oh my God. And then what did you did?
I just leave it there.
Oh, really? You just leave it there? You didn't take it and leave it in the police station or somewhere?
Well, I'm not a thief and it's not my business either. So
Uh-huh.
just leave it
Wow.
there.
Wow, good job. Or you can say you can take it and then you'll go to customer service in the mall or in the police station and you can just announce there that there is a lost thing or a lost money. But you know, your decision is correct also. I agree with you. You're just gonna leave it there. And it depends on the person or some people how they will just, you know, if they will just take it or if they'll just return it to the owner, right? So good job. You're such a good person. Okay. So is that all? Like money? What about things? What
What?
other things? What other things except for money?
Just I just found money so far. Nothing
Ah,
else.
nothing else. Okay. And what would you do if you found something valuable, for example, your dream phone or Apple phone, like the latest iPhone for today? So, what would you do if you found something like this?
Mm, if I found it, I would just do as said earlier. Like I just leave it there.
Wow. That's nice. That's very good. So you just leave it there. Okay, because you know what? Do you know what is karma? Do you know what karma is?
Yes.
Okay, because karma is real, right? Okay, that's good. All right, so now, have you ever lost something which was found by a stranger? Oh, have you tried that one?
Mm, well, no.
No? Okay, no for now.
Yeah.
I think you are a very, you know, careful. You are very observant to your things and you are not careless, right? Because you haven't experienced this one. Because me, you know what? I've experienced many things or many times that I lost something which was found by a stranger. Yes, that is so true. Okay. So what about, would you ever ask for help on social media to find something you lost? So for example, you lost your money, your pocket, and inside there is a lot of money. So would you ever ask for help on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to find something you lost?
Well, I don't trust social media
Okay, why not in social media?
because if I inform it, some people may exploit it and just steal it. So social media is not the best solution for me.
Okay, I believe that's so. Social media is not the best solution for that. Or maybe you can go to the police station directly, right? Because they are the one who can help you with that kind of matter, that kind of situation. Okay? So that is correct. So now let's talk about mobile or cell phones. So may I know what kind of phone are you using now? Is that a iPhone or Android phone?
I think it's Android phone.
Uh-huh. So do you like using Android phone?
Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's compare the iPhone and Android phone. So what do you think is the difference between of the two?
I think honestly, I'm not really care about if it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just phone.
It's
They
just a
they are
phone.
both, yes, they are both phones.
Okay.
Why you bother comparing them?
Okay. Because a lot of people they can say that iPhone is better than Android because iPhone has a clear camera. But Android phone, yes, it has a clear camera, but there's so much filter. But I guess it depends to you as a user, right? It depends on you
Yes.
how you're gonna use it. Can you send many text messages?